Osman I founded the Ottoman Empire around 1307 during the Mongol invasions of Europe. By 1520, Suleiman I ruled the Ottoman Empire. By 1526, he had begun a series of invasions into Eastern Europe, and had engaged in his first major battle near Mohawks against the Kingdom of Hungary, who were led by King Louis II of Croatia and Hungary. The success of the Ottomans at the Battle of Mohawks led to the partition of Hungary, as Louis II was killed in battle. This was shortly followed up by the Siege of Vienna of 1529, which failed due to the inability of the Ottomans to capture the city and a lack of supplies to maintain the army. A second attempt to take the city was led by Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa over a century later in 1683. This second attempt in capturing Vienna failed once more due to the Holy League, a combined force of Poland and Lithuania under King John Sobieski, the Holy Roman Empire under Emperor Leopold I, and several German princes and Italian states. The Battle of Vienna in 1683 marked the end of further Ottoman expansions into Europe, and the beginning of the decline of the largest Muslim empire the world had ever seen had finally come to an end after being defeated in the First World War in 1918. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. And another thing is that this is not available, the original at least, is not available on my channel. That's on my mom's channel, which I used to use to upload these types of Lego videos back when I was younger in middle school. And since then I eventually migrated to my own channel, which I've done a little bit of different things. I've done mapping, clips from my trip to Peru, and especially nowadays gaming. And I just wanted to see, how you guys feel about these changes. This right here, this video right here, at least 4 years ago, I uploaded this on May 24th, 2016. Now, I cut out a lot of the video, especially the part I want to make comedical. It's really weird to explain, but I tried to add some laughter into the video initially before actually getting into the actual history, mainly because I wasn't sure if people would be interested in this type of stuff, especially when I was younger. A lot of people didn't really like the content of that, or they did history in general, and so as a result I added that comedical part in order to try and give a substitute for what would become the actual video, and to get people into the video before they could leave or something. But looking back, I feel like that was a bad thing on my part, because one, I cut out the amount of time I could put into actual history. As you guys noticed in the video, it's very brief, it's very immature in a way in terms of the amount of historical content that I could put in it. And second of all, I did this in 8th grade, so writing about the Ottoman Empire, the entire history of it, in 1 minute, I feel like that was a big issue at least in terms of my part. I feel like I took a large enough idea, more than I should have taken, and as a result, the quality of the video didn't end up as good as I thought initially. I'm still proud of the video though. That's the longest ever stop motion video I ever made that I've ever uploaded online as well, and at least in terms of viewership, I think it's the second most viewed video on my mom's channel, second to another video I made beforehand about a Lego tutorial for soldiers, which is also just as bad. And that being said, I just, this is a little couple words I want to say. Like, I thank all of you guys for supporting me on YouTube, especially in the past 3 years since this channel has existed. And more importantly, I took a year break, maybe even more, off of YouTube in order to focus on studying. You know, I didn't make any video regarding that change in my I never I don't know how to put it. Like, I never actually gave you guys notification that I would stop uploading. I just kind of stopped all of a sudden, and you know, I'm sorry about that. I really am. And I hope that the changes I'm making during the summertime, especially upload more before college begins. I hope to upload as much as possible in order to, you know, especially during this time. We're all kind of stuck in quarantine, so might as well enjoy doing something that I like, you know. And on another note, you know, maybe if you guys really enjoy this, I can go back to stop motion animation. But you probably won't see any video during the summertime, except for maybe one, because this takes a while. This entire video that I made, the original one at least, totaled about 3.5 minutes, and it took the entire month researching, taking the photos, setting up all the props. You know, it's Lego. It takes a lot of time to build the structures and then plan out the whole script of it. And on top of that, you still have to take the photos of them, make sure that the lighting's good, and not only that, put them all together afterwards and then voice them and make sure that everything has a smooth transition. Sometimes during the production, I had to go back and retake some of the clips because they just didn't match either the amount of length of my voicing or the quality of the photos just were not good enough that I could compile them together. And I feel like that's one of the bigger issues. Like, I did this for a school project, and the reason why the videoing was so bad was I did it the night it was due. Like, it was the 23rd of May. It was like 11 o'clock, almost midnight, and I was voice acting at my desk. And it was so horrible because I had a horrible mic. Compared to this one, this is pretty good. But the old one I had, it was absolutely horrible. And there were a lot of mic spikes. I understand that nowadays you might still hear the mic spikes, but it's not as bad. And especially the fact that my voice has also matured a little bit. Although personally, I don't see a difference in my voice. It just seems like a lower version of my older self. I mean my younger self. And that's another thing. I don't know if you guys noticed during this video, but I think I did take some breaths. I took a couple breaths in, and I think my mic detected it. On top of doing this, like, I lick my lips, you know, licking your lips right before another sentence. And I feel like that's, one, is a bad habit, and two, I think you guys noticed it during the video. So I did make attempts to prevent that, although I probably missed one or two. This is also kind of rushed as well, as you guys noticed, mainly because, for one, I just finished my exams. I finished my exams about a week ago, and two, I still have schoolwork, and three, I still work on the weekends. So I did this after coming from work on Friday and Saturday, and I tried to get some of the editing done throughout the week. Though if I could, I would have redone the whole video, but due to circumstances, I could not, and so I had to compile with what I had and create it into what I have now. Yes, it was very interesting compromises I had to make in terms of my time and in terms of what kind of quality content I want to make. Though in the end, I feel like it was kind of worth it to, you know, take this time again and go through this type of nostalgia. I personally felt good about myself, you know. I remember I started, you know, getting some memories come up from the time, especially for this project, and the history teachers and everything. Like, I feel like my middle school years were pretty good, despite the fact that I was horrible at time management, and even graduating from high school, it's still not the best, but I believe it's better. And I really just hope that I can, do these videos. I like doing these, It's a passion of mine, although not my career or my future career. It's still something I feel like I can do up until that point, And I really hope that I can get to 100 subscribers, maybe even 1,000. Who knows, If I post often enough and I keep giving out better quality content, I probably can. It seems possible. And as I continue the journey of life, hope you guys join me. But I'd rather do this with someone else than be alone. I feel like everyone can agree with that. They may say they're better alone, but I'll be honest, I feel like I have doubts with that. I personally used to begin with that. The idea that if you do everything by yourself, you'll be fine. But after going through high school, I realized you need other people in your life. You can't be alone by yourself all the time. For some amount of time, you can, but eventually you will need to get to that point where you need to, expose yourself to other people, either for connections, for help, or who knows what, And don't forget, if you need anything, just contact me. Usually, I really do hope that I can be available, As a part of YouTube, as part of this type of thing, I feel obligated that, if you guys subscribe to me, you guys watch the stuff that I make, and for me, that makes me happy. But on top of that, you guys also make sure that you guys are happy, Put yourselves before others, especially for your family and for your friends. It's good to help strangers, but sometimes make sure you just focus on yourself, Learn to live better. And with that, I just want to say what my senior quote was. I'm graduating this year, I might as well say my senior quote, right? So the senior quote that I said for this year, well, I mean, of course for this year, I'm graduating. It's not like I'm going to say another senior quote ever again. But my senior quote was, if you are 5 minutes away from victory, both surrender and retreat are not an option. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you see you guys next time. 再见.